Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the ScrapbookPal YouTube channel. I'm Dawn Polly from D Polly Designs and I'm so happy you're here with me today. Today I'm working with the Altenew Clematis layering die set. This set features their unique keyhole system which makes layering dies so much easier to use. As you can see, the dies are grouped together in sections separated by a black line. Each grouping shows exactly which pieces belong together, and the keyhole icons printed next to each die make it super easy to follow. If you look closely at the guide, there are step-by-step images showing how to assemble the flower petals and the centers. And on the right side, you'll see the same setup for the second flower. It clearly walks you through the order of layering, which is incredibly helpful. To complement these beautiful flowers, I'm pairing them with the Spellbinders cracked paint embossing folder to add some texture and interest to the background. I love how detailed this pattern is. It's going to look amazing behind the flowers. I'll also be using the Spellbinders 5x7 matting basics die set B to create a frame for my card. So let's get started. First, I'm embossing a piece of black cardstock using the cracked paint embossing folder. After running it through my die cutting machine, look at that texture. It came out absolutely gorgeous. I just love it. Next, I'm taking Altenew Cloud White Pigment ink and lightly rubbing it over the embossed surface. I'm using a gentle hand here because I only want the ink to catch the raised area, not to settle in the crevices. This really helps highlight the texture and makes the pattern stand out beautifully. And then I'm going to set this aside to dry. Now I'm creating my frame using the largest die from the 5x7 matting basic set along with the third largest die placed inside of it. I tape them together to keep everything in place and then I'll run it through my die cutting machine. This gives me a beautiful frame, and actually I cut 3 of them so that I could stack them for added dimension. Once those are stacked and adhered together, I trim down my embossed background to fit behind the frame, and then I'm going to glue everything together, and then I'm going to attach the completed panel to a 5x7 card base. For the flowers, I went ahead and die cut each piece 3 times. This adds dimension and also helps the more delicate pieces become more sturdier, especially the leaves. That said, after assembling, I do think 2 layers might work even better than the 3 layers because the 3 layers can make the centers a bit thick. Now it's time to do some ink blending. For the leaves, I start with a light green color and I'm really focusing most of the color toward the base of the leaves. I'm not doing anything too precise here, just a soft blend, and I'm basically coloring the whole leaf in with the lighter green color, making it a little lighter towards the tips of the leaves. And then I'm going to come in with a darker green color and I'm concentrating on the base and the edges of the leaf while keeping the tips lighter to give it some extra dimension. For the flower petals, I'm using a red ink. I start darker in the center and blend outward toward the tips using whatever ink is left on my brush. And then I deepen the centers with a darker shade, keeping the tips nice and light. Okay, to assemble a flower, I'm going to follow the keyhole chart. It's really easy to do. Here is the first petal of the flower. You just hold it like it is in the picture, and then you take the second piece and line up the keyhole pictures, and that's it. It's that easy. Then you go to the third piece and you line it up with the keyhole picture again, and I use really good glue because this way here your flower won't fall apart. And then I'm just going to take that final piece and adhere it in place. And then I adhere the center of the flower, starting with the largest piece, working my way down to the smallest piece. They're, they are very easy to assemble. And then just look at how beautiful this flower came out. I just love it. For the sentiment, I'm using the Altenew Timeless Sentiment set. I die cut the shadow layer from white cardstock and the word layer from black cardstock. And to assemble the card, I adhere the leaves first onto the embossed background, and then I layer the flowers on top. I add foam tape to the sentiment for a bit of dimension and place it in the bottom of the card. To finish everything off, I'm adding my favorite self-adhesive fashion oyster pearls. I like using a craft knife to pick them up. It makes placement so much easier, and don't forget to press them down firmly so they adhere well. And that completes my card for today. I absolutely love how this turned out, and the black background really makes everything pop. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. I'd love for you to leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the card. Your feedback means a lot, and I always enjoy hearing from you. Don't forget to subscribe to the Scrapbook Pals channel and follow them on their other social media platforms so you never miss out on an upcoming release and all the amazing inspiration. Also, be sure to check out their website for all the new releases and tons of creative goodies. As always, thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope you have a wonderful day and get in some crafty time soon.